in. I know it's a little bit dark, but my fish finder's showing all kinds of bait underneath the boat. I figured I'd go ahead and start. I'm going to try some topwater, even though it hasn't been working very well, mainly due to the falling water. We're in the middle of a drought here. We haven't had rain for a while, but stay tuned. Not a big one, but it's a topwater fish. Where's my fish grippers? All right. Just a little fish. Just a little bass, little spot. All right, it's a start. Where there's one, there might be another. Oh, I lost him. Just had one on the rock crawler. It wasn't a big one, but jumped and threw it. It's kind of the way my luck has been lately. You can see by these flags, the wind's blowing in over here. That's usually good. Like I said, I don't like the full moon. Okay. Not a big one, but it's a fish. On the Spro rock crawler. Just a little spot, but you gotta start somewhere. So if you've never fished a rock crawler before, they're most effective when they're bouncing the bottom. You want it bouncing over rocks. They're pretty weedless. You can bring them over tree limbs as long as you keep them moving. The key is too, if you get snagged, just stop it and give it some slack, and it usually will float right out. So there's another. Oh, this one's better. Yeah. Ooh, this is a good one here. Whoa. Boy, I barely had a hook in that one. Something's wrong with my fish grippers. Good thing I got another pair. Folks, this is a big fish here. Better get the pliers. This is a nice fish. a big old chunky spot. I think I'm gonna weigh it. See if I can get my scale to work. It's 3.05, so that's a 3-pound spot. Nice. Beautiful 3-pounder. I was just about ready to give up on the old crankbait. But as I was saying, you want it bouncing the bottom. You'll feel it, you know, hitting rocks and debris on the bottom. All of a sudden, you'll just feel the thump. Boy, I'll take that. It's a nice fish. I don't throw a crankbait much. I know I've said it before, but that hurts my hands. I got some arthritis. The arthritis is probably from holding a fishing rod too much. All right, another one. I believe it's another good one too. Oh, don't jump. I think it's a nice largemouth. Ow. Okay, I've got a hook in my finger. Ooh. Okay, that didn't feel good. Worth it though. It's a nice 2.5 pound largemouth. Like I said, I don't fish a crankbait much, but I should fish it more. Oh boy, I'm not so sure I didn't just get bit again. So I came to the back of a creek just to see, and that's where I caught that largemouth. Ah, that hook got me in the finger. That's why I use those fish grippers to prevent getting hooked, and it does help. So there was a big tournament here last weekend. It only took 15 or 16 pounds to win it, which is pretty low for a Lanier tournament. So people have been struggling to catch fish. And I think I could probably catch a few more if I went back to my jig, but I kind of like fishing this crankbait once in a while. And you know, I've been catching some good fish on it, so. Plus I want to keep it as interesting as I can. There he is. Don't jump. Sometimes you can stick your rod down in the water, keep her from jumping. And I didn't do a very good job of it. Better get the pliers. It's not a giant, but that's a nice chunky little spot. Oh, sorry fella. That was a terrible shot. What am I doing? I went to throw him back in and his teeth stuck on my gloves. Anyway, that's kind of fun. Kind of fun. The old cranking bait. So this time of year they're eating crawdads. I've caught several fish lately that have crawdads stuck in their throat, or you know, they regurgitate what they ate when you reel them in a lot of times. I'm having to move around. It's not like I'm catching a bunch on in one area. Another largemouth. Not a big one, but just a little largie. Just trying to show you some other ways that you can come out here. You don't have to be a great fisherman to, in my opinion, to fish a crankbait. Just throw it out and wind it in. As long as you have these rock crawlers contacting the bottom, you'll get bit. I honestly don't know how much difference color makes. At times it does. This is just a craw pattern and it's got some chartreuse and some orange on it. I really like it. I've caught a lot of fish on it here lately, and I've caught some good ones. But I would have a few colors on hand. And try them out, find out which colors you like, which colors work for you. Another largemouth. It's interesting. I mean, he's not huge, but a nice pretty one. Lots of iridescent green on that one. So I've been fishing about an hour and 15 minutes, and I'm not counting, but that's got to be 5 or 6. Wind is starting to come up. Which shouldn't hurt anything, should help. All right. Boy, it's another good fish. Trying to keep him from jumping. There we go. So I was afraid I wasn't going to catch any more because I got my rock crawler snagged up and I broke it off. Unfortunately, couldn't retrieve it. It happens every once in a while. Boy, it's a nice chunky largemouth there. I'm gonna get a weight. I don't know what it is. Almost 3 pounds. 2.73. It's a solid fish. .73, nice fish. So now I'm using a little bit more of a red craw color. That fish hammered it. Boy, I feel a lot more comfortable with my other color though. Ooh, I couldn't find my rock crawlers. A lot of decent largemouth lately. I spent 10 minutes, you know, I haven't had this boat all that long. Spent 10 minutes looking for my rock crawlers. I got a bunch of them. I cannot find them. Anyway, I just caught that nice largemouth on this color, so it's gonna have to do. And you know what? Nothing says I have to stick with this. I could always throw something else. So even though this crankbait dives pretty deep, I'm throwing it right up in there and just, you know, it's just digging, bouncing those rocks. And you will, I picked up a stick or something. You'll get snagged once in a while, but that's what I've been having to do to catch them. You want it just digging in that bottom. It'll bounce off a rock, and pretty soon you'll have one come up and just whack it. Fish hit it right at the boat. It's a little tiny spot. Throwing it right in the trees, right in the cover. All right, I want to thank everybody that's subscribed. I just went over 2,100 subscribers, which is pretty good for an old guy. But you know, this time of year and in the middle of the winter, I really like a Spro rock crawler. Fairly easy to fish. As long as you're digging the rocks, you'll get bit. Try to reel it slow. I don't like to move it fast. I just like it just to where it's digging into those rocks. And hey, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. But thanks for watching. Give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. You can ask a question. I'm glad to answer if you got any kind of questions. And make sure you come back and watch the next episode. Thanks.